Right, do this we shall. Hello folks, of course, how you doing? Sunday, a little later start this week because just family logistics. Anyway, how are you all? Give us a shout, let us know who's here. Mel will just settle in and we'll get cracked on, eh? So, busy week. If you follow me on the social media or if you're part of the Frostgrave, Facebook group, you will have seen High Peak Pass. Have I got a photo? I could add a photo, I think. Give me a second. Image. Let me see if I can find an image of it. Yeah, let's add that. Add new source. Browse. Yeah, be on the Google Drivey. There we go. And let me just quickly find you a photo. I should do this before I launch the show and get them on. Yeah, which one's the best one for you? Here you go. That's a nice one. And of course it does that silly thing, doesn't it? See if we get it fit on the actual screen, eh, guys? Planning and preparation. Almost there. One of these days I'll actually get good at this sort of stuff. There you go. So that is High Peak Pass at the minute. Yeah, we've done all the mountain work. Yeah, pretty much 95% of the conversion work is left to do. It's done. There's just a couple of little bits just to add on, just as we get a little bit further. Yeah, I needed to get into the mountains, you know what I mean? Yeah, the layering effect, there's a tutorial on that coming out on Tuesday for you. Yeah, and then the update on the actual High Peak Pass project is out the next Tuesday. But, very quickly, I need to get rid of that again. But, if you're a patron, they're already on Patreon live for you, so you can go check them out there now. So that's a layered rock tutorial for Tuesday and High Peak Pass update next Tuesday. They're on Patreon for you patrons. Hee ha, hoo ha. Oh, holy schmoly, Batman, that money meter has gone up a lot since I was last on here. Pow, it has, and technically we're on our last day. Now, I don't know if we're going to hit the target, but we have definitely raised enough to certainly get the majority of the bits, or more importantly, get the computer and all the other bits after it. Yeah, so I am meeting with our Jace next week, fingers crossed, and nailing down the stuff. I was supposed to be doing it last week, but our Jace has got quite a lot on, and, you know, he's doing it as a favour, so I don't want to push him. I had an important question. How can I make model monkey puzzle trees? It's for a dinosaur diorama. Monkey puzzle trees? What are monkey puzzle trees? Come on, help old Mel out here. I see the old gang is in. And how do you become a patron or make other donations to your lovely work buddy? Wow, that's not a leading question, Gaz, at all, is it? Well, funnily you should mention that. There's links down below in the description. God, that's like one of those 90s telethons. And I was just wondering, how can the public do that? Well, Jane. Links down below in the descriptions, guys, if you are up for that. I've had a rather jolly sort of week. I'm really chuffed with how High Peak Pass is coming. I've had a couple of ideas for the video series. I've made a massive leap forward on the castle project. It's no longer going to be a fantasy castle. It's actually going to be a real castle, a historic castle. And right now, if I do it in 28mm, it's going to be looking about 8 foot by 12 foot. And fingers crossed, it'll have somewhere rather prestigious to rest afterwards. But I ain't telling you any more than that. Mel, are you having the computer custom made for you? Yeah, I am. If you remember, Jace is an IT guy. Yeah, so very much like my editing machine that I do all my editing, that was geared specifically to what I do. You know what I mean? And so this PC will be geared not towards editing, but towards live streaming. So, you know, a lot of support for high-speed USB ports for the webcams, graphics card, flash memory, plenty of memory, that sort of thing. Monkey tail trees. You know it when you've seen one. I will now go away and hang my head in shame. Shame! Shame! Now, I have got some stuff to be doing. Now, High Peak Pass is actually at, at the studio now, because I've got to the foam and the really messy stage. Okay, but it's the end of the school holidays this week. Kids go back on Tuesday, so I'm back in the studio tomorrow. I've got the dentist in the morning, then into the studio, and I'm in the studio Monday to Thursday this week, much like most normal weeks. And so I'll be cracking on with it there. No worries, cat. Good. Don't stress. We're chilled. Right, so I have ancient and medieval wheels. Now, there's no real work to do on these, yeah, because they are just wheels and I just pop them out. I'm looking for for boxes and stuff I can put around the encampment. Now, I've got a load of stuff that I picked up from the old boys down in the old foreground department. And so I might as well put them together now while we've got... Oh, okay, I'll give you a choice, yeah? I've got two things I can put together. I can either put together, and I'll leave it completely down to you. I can sort of either put together this collection of crates, which is very repetitive, very fiddly by the looks of it, and it probably will involve, yeah, some swearing. Or, yeah, as you know, once we finish High Peak Pass, I'm thinking of... Just 1 second. I'm thinking of... Well, that bit's not connected. I'm thinking of destroying this. Okay? When I say destroying, I basically mean carving it all out, making it look all burnt and that sort of stuff. There you go, that's a better picture. Now, it's the Stoic Arms. Yeah, and it's a beautiful kit. Hell of a beast. About 40 hours to put together. Yeah. Now, I'm thinking about doing another 2x2 and using it to demonstrate, you know, burnt rubble, you know, fantasy rubble, that sort of stuff, techniques. That's what these 2x2s are about. They're an opportunity for me to demo techniques. Yeah. And so, what I've also got is... I've already got one of their Fable round ruined... Now, this is a townhouse, but we can make it work. Yeah, but we've got essentially a Fable round... What do you call it? Damaged one. So, do I do the box, the crates, or do I do the... What do you call it? Do I do the house? Right, I'm going to give you guys a minute to start commenting and let me know. I'll give it 2 minutes, and whichever one has the most... Yeah, so go crates or house. Carve and destroy. We all love a bit of destruction. Thank you, cat. Mod for a minute checking in. The house is gorgeous. It's a hell of a thing. In all honesty. So, yeah, when you actually look at it, obviously it's a hell of a beast. Yeah, let me switch over to the other webcam. It means I'll have to mount it. Calm down. Oh God! Oh bloody hell, Gatsby! Thank you. And so, some of this money is to go towards tea and biscuits for my visit. Jaffa cakes all round. With your donate, I'll make you feel really posh. I'll get Ferrero Rocher, mate. You'll feel like an ambassador then. House, 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 crate, house, boxes and squares, house, box crates. Ooh. Oh, one house, one crate, 2 house, 3 house, 3 house, 4 house, 2 crate, 5 house. If you're going to use bad language, that's the pro. I use bad language quite a lot. House, house. Evening mail, great. Right, so let me show you this. Switch over to desk cam. There you go. Right, so this is the Stoic Arms. Okay, and it's a multi-level kit from Foreground. Okay, so this bit comes off. Yeah. And what you get is you get access to all these rooms here, working doors, you know, and with the typical with Foreground, it's exterior and interiors. Yeah, this roof comes off, and then what you get is you get the next level, which is that. Okay, so major rooms, balconies, you've got the stairs there. I mean, 1, 2, you got 2 rooms at this side, sort of 2 attic rooms. Yeah, so there's what? 1, 2, there's four rooms on there and a major corridor. Oh! That roof comes off. I was saving that. Let's get back. And with these chocolate nutty balls, you are spoiling us. Sounds like a game of Death Bingo. House! Right, then on the next floor, yeah, you've got this sort of corridor here that leads to the outer... Sorry. This corridor here, yeah, that leads to an outer balcony. Yeah, you got 2 internal rooms. Yeah, you got the main stairwell. Yeah, the main door, which is sort of up on the ladders, which is a bit funky. Yeah, and then another room there. And then on the ground floor, you've got, you know, the public entrance, which goes there. You've got like this oven area. Yeah, if you actually bring it round. Can you see that? They've actually got the ovens and stuff in there. Yeah, and then on this side you've got like the parlour. Okay, and then obviously you've got the main room here with your fire hearth and that sort of stuff. And like I say, if you grab it, yeah, you can slowly start to basically put it back together. Yeah, and that one doesn't go there. Does that one go there? Yeah, that one goes. Oh, I'm missing the floor. I was thinking, that's not right. No, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Like a jigsaw. Right, there you go. Now my plan is, what I want to do is I want to destroy this. And by destroy it, I mean sort of carve a massive chunk out of it so that I can glue it all together and it's a single piece, but we still have access to the rooms. Yeah, so but we don't have to sort of take it apart. Yeah. Think Mordheim. You know, the buildings in Mordheim, how they're really big and complex and you move between them and that sort of stuff. But you've got, they're not sort of like layered buildings. Yeah, the one downside that I don't like about layered buildings is the idea that once you start interacting with them, you can be on a number of different levels, and you're either moving tops with models on them or you've got them laid out. And what I'd like to do with this is try and make it a single physical piece, but still maintain that playability. So anyway, yeah, it looks like house is the way to go. That's the Stoic Arms. Yeah, which, you know, that's my next 2x2 project. And like I say, it'll be used to sort of demo in, you know, demolition, burning, all that sort of stuff. And a few other things if I can figure them out. Great Fires of London. Yeah, very much so. Oh. Oh. Based on Mel's clumsiness, the house may not be the best idea. Surely that is the whole point of these live shows. You could have an entire adventure in just the house. Yeah, you could, Tim. I mean, the guys at Foreground were quite honest about it. When they did it, yeah, they didn't think it would be really a sellable project because of the size of it and that sort of stuff. They did it because, you know, they wanted something, see what they could do. You know, and if they really pushed it and let loose, and you know, they keep doing things like that, and you end up with these massive projects. Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Right, prepare for the quick Kerry run through. It's all right. I've kept my body in front of your bottom, darling.
Thank you.
Ba. Where do the 7 dwarves live? That's going to be awesome. Oh. Oh, Eric, nice one. Thank you, buddy. Another patron. Yes, if you join Patreon during a live show, you get a little ding-dong like that. They didn't take enough to Gen Con either, as they sold out on day 1. CAD was not pleased. They sold out of Stoic Arms at Gen Con. Then again, I imagine what you call it, you know, at Gen Con, it's, you know, I can see that happening. Because, you know, you go to Gen Con, you don't go to Gen Con to buy a couple of dice. You know, you go with, like, all your disposable income, and you're like, you know, you're... Go on, Gaz, how much did you spend at Gen Con? Right. So... Right, foreground. Oh, I'm going to need to wet my cloth, so I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, but let me move these out of the way. So we'll keep that for my spare bits. Yeah, need to move my keyboard up there. Sorry about if I knock the microphone just as I as I do this, guys. Apologies. There we go. Right, so, now I will check the PayPals in case there's any been direct PayPals. I know Gaz has donated via the link, but sometimes you guys donate and so I do need to do that. Yeah, I have got my sheets here. I do need to wet my cloth. I've got glue. I've got clippy things, cutty things, filey things. Yeah, I haven't got any sweeties. Don't know if we've got any sweeties. This could be an issue. We're fine. Right. Possibly not. Right, so let's go through the kit first before I clean it off. Okay, roof tile bits, floor and what looks to be the stonework for the base of the building. Yeah, now these are their fascias. So you know when you get the wattle and daub effect, these bits slide in between the wooden bits to give you the to give you the sort of the daub effect, not the wattle. No, it isn't wattle and daub. Wattle and daub is what goes in between the timber structures. What's the timbering called? Come on, Kat, you've just watched a load of ancient programs. What's the actual timber structuring called? Is there a special name for it? I know what goes in between is wattle and daub. Right. Ah, Diapol. I used to live right next to their factory. I used to buy all my scenic models from them. All my scenic stuff because they had a little factory shop. Diapol make plastic railway stuff. Yeah, they're based in a place called Chirk, which is in North Wales, which was literally just where me and Kerry used to live before we moved back to Stoke. Yeah, and so they had like a little sort of factory shop, but they also carried Woodland Scenics and Jarvis and stuff like that, scenic supplies. So I used to get all my terrain stuff from there. Been around the factory and everything. Right. So. Yeah, internal walls by the look of it. You know, the plaster coverings for the inside. Windows, doors, and a floor. Roof tiles. Right, now. They're internal. They're the internal walls, and they're the internal walls. I know this. Yeah. There are timber fascias. Doors and stairs. Another floor there. More wooden fascias. More wattle. And More wooden fascias. Where are the walls? They must be the walls. Alright. And, just for a quick clarification, before I go... Half frame? Timber framing? Timbering? We're all a group of smart asses. Framing? Timber framing? Half frame? The different parts of the framing have names like king post, etc. Right, okay, now we're getting really in depth. Right, so you know what we're going to be building. Yeah? That's what we're building. Okay? A 3-story damaged house. We have... going to be going till about 10 o'clock, so we've got 2.5 hours. So Mel is very quickly going to just get some water on this cloth. It'll take me about 30 seconds. Then we're going to sit myself down, start cleaning. We'll start to see how quickly we can knock this together. Right, I've got my super glue, haven't I? Yeah, army paint super glue, that'll do. Yeah, and let's get it. It's a thick gel, yeah, so it takes ages to get down to the nozzle. So we'll prep that in advance. Simples, bit like me. Right, let me go wet my cloth. And we're almost off. Right, what I'll do is... It says start with the, what you call it? Start with the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Houston. Thanks for doing it right. I think that says. Thanks for doing this. Ah, no worries, mate. It's what I'm here for. It is genuinely a joy. Right. Okay. So, first what I'll do is... I'll just get my board cleaning done now. Then it's done, dusted, and I don't have to worry about if have I done it on each of them. When you get what you call it, laser cut stuff, and let me show these. This is probably the best one to show you on. Yeah. Now you see that lovely shading that foreground have got. Yeah, that's actually residue from the laser cutting, and it's absolutely fine if you're going to do nothing with the building except give it a spray coat of varnish, perhaps. But the moment you start to mess with this, as in painting it, weathering it, doing anything, yeah, this stuff will start to sort of activate and bleach through. And I had an absolute nightmare because when I did my Frostgrave board, the big foreground one, yeah, I didn't clean the buildings off before I laid the snow on. And this continually soaked up and through the white snow and, you know, just ruined it. So I had to redo it and redo it. So... yeah, now when I get any laser kit, yeah, no matter what, because I always do something with them, yeah, I clean them. So, yeah, you can see all the laser marks. Just let me very quickly bring that up. Yeah, like that. I'll bring it down. Now, you don't want to be too excessive on this. Yeah, because you don't want to start soaking the paint and wiping it off, if you know what I mean. It is essentially emulsion that's on this. Okay, so what you need to do is clean it, but at the same time, yeah, don't rub it and soak it that much that you start to scrub the emulsion off. And if I bring it up, that's the difference it makes. It's a massive difference, to be truthful. Yeah, I think foreground with these ones, they've gone quite heavy with whatever they set the laser on to get the scorching effect. They've gone quite heavy simply because it is a ruined building and it adds to the effect. Yeah, but I intend to ruin it and damage it and all that sort of stuff myself and weather it up. So I don't mind knocking this back a bit, because I know I'm going to watch. I'm going to be up in it, if you know what I mean. Ba 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 ba. Go on. I missed how much Gaz. How much did? Let me go up the comments. I want to see how much Gaz said he. So, yep, he wanted to take around 12, and I think someone only put 5, which were gone in a few hours. Oh, myself, not a single dollar. On other people, maybe 350. If it's saying, just catch up on the comments. I like it. This one where we just pose questions. Yeah, just post the questions in the chat. Next week we'll get back to the proper Sunday nighter. Yeah, to be truthful, what I'll do is I'll up the time of the Sunday night and we'll make it a 2-hour show. Yeah, and I'll do a proper question and answers and get the form back and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I have enjoyed these summer streaming. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do more streaming when I get back into the studio. Yeah, it's going to be a bit interesting, to be truthful, because work-wise and family-wise, Kez is work-wise, should I say. Now, Kez qualified, got a master's, okay, and she pretty much immediately got a job. In fact, yeah, I mean, she simply had to wait until like she got an email confirming she'd passed the masters, and that was like, yeah, you've got a job now. Yeah, but she works as a as an ecological surveyor. Yeah, so what it means is she goes out and surveys trees and buildings and stuff like that. Yeah, for various protected species. So if you want to do something to an old barn, yeah, if there's bats in it or something like that that are protected in the UK or a protected species, yeah, you need an ecologist to come in, to have a look what sort of bats they are, say whether you can do the work, whether they need to be relocated and that sort of stuff. And that's what Kez does. But because it's essentially like wildlife and that sort of stuff, it's actually got seasons where they can do these surveys. Yeah, and she's coming up to the end of bat season, and bat season won't kick in until until next March. So until she finishes sort of mid-October, yeah, and then she works nights because bats come out at night. So she works, you know, she typically goes to work about 7 o'clock and gets back about 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Now when bat season finishes, yeah, the company she works for has got planning work for her, yeah, but it's working down south in Bedfordshire. So we're just trying to figure out how many days a week she's actually going to be working away, which means, you know, Mel's going to be at home with the kids and that sort of stuff. So with regards to the streaming, with regards to the streaming from the studio or streaming from home, I don't want to make any commitments just yet until I know what Kez is going to be working and when she's here and when she isn't, because it should be a set, you know, they're basically deciding how many days a week they want her down there. Yeah, and once I know that, I'll be able to work out my schedule to fit round it. Whew. But yeah, I've really enjoyed, you know, the old, this streaming malarkey. Cat, Dave, just tired, 10 hours. Oh, Cat, listen, you don't have to hang on here. Don't think you have to hang on here. I can handle the mods if needs be, if you're tired, darling. Right, yeah, people like the long streams. Build that castle then. It's a hell of a castle I've picked. I'm just waiting to to see if I can work with the castle. You know, the people who own the castle. Right. The other good thing about getting the residue off these boards is they're a bit sticky and horrible. You know what I mean? When they come out of the factory. That's it. I mean, all MDF boards are. It's just the process, the residue from the burning. They're a lot nicer to work with once you've cleaned them off. Right, I've done all those white ones. I've done those. We've just got those. Let's get these wood bits done. I've noticed, depending on what sort of paint it is on it, what colour, yeah, depends on how easy it is to actually clean them off as well. You can smell the laser burn. And miss out on the jollies? No way. No cupcake talk today. Haven't got cupcakes. Ooh, just a little bit. I do want to share a link. I will later, actually. Is it just the castle we'll be doing, or is the surrounding grounds as well? Depends on the scale, mate. I might have to drop the scale down to 15 mil. Yeah, because it's a bloody big castle, to be perfectly honest. Big. Yeah. And so what I want to do is that I don't want to have just the castle. I do want the grounds around as well, and the town and that sort of stuff, to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, my preferred building, scale is 28 mil. But if I'm honest, I think 28 mil would be a challenge. Because, I mean, we're not talking wargamey castle. If we're talking about an actual 2-scale replica. So if we go to 1 to 156th, I mean, the thing you've got to understand is that when you see a lot of castles as wargame scenery, they are so under scale. Do you know what I mean? So under scale in the height, in the thickness of the walls, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's why when you come across an actual castle and you stand up against, the battlements and you look up, it's like, this is a lot bigger than I was expecting. Yeah, and so I have this feeling that at 28 mil, it's just, even at something like 12 foot by 8 foot, yeah, it's still going to be too cramped on the board. I'm barely going to get the full castle in and the slope of the hill, never mind any surrounding ground. Right, very quick sort of comparison for you. I don't know if you can tell with this light, yeah, but with regards to cleaning your boards, yeah, that one's been cleaned, that one hasn't. Now I can see a massive difference in them in my light, yeah, I just don't know if you can, but it does make a massive difference. Trust me on that. Okay, he has an idea for a whole castle board. Oh yeah. Speaking of cupcakes, time for a Bakewell tart. Ooh, cheeky Bakewell. I have an 8 foot by 4 foot dining table. I want a castle to be 3 feet at one end and the rest. Yeah, that sounds like a project. What's happening to the pass? I thought he was doing the terrain today. The pass, just if you've joined late, yeah, the pass is in the studio because I've reached a stage where I'm carving foam and that sort of stuff. And yeah, there's one thing building and converting MDF and having a small pile of MDF cuttings and sandings and chippings around my feet in the living room. There's another thing when, Oh, thank you, Odin. Here's my money again. Dues paid. Yeah, but there is, thank you, buddy. There is another thing, though, just to finish that sentence, of of when I start cutting masses and masses of blue foam. I mean, we are talking, I don't know, it's not on that screen, never mind. I mean, we're talking a huge thing, aren't we, when you look at it? So, yeah, it had to go to the studio. Yeah, that being said, yeah, I'm working on some more foreground stuff for the next project after that. Yeah, which is going to be Burnt Out Fantasy Ruins. Speaking of Kez, was the house in order for a return? Nope, Mel wasn't even up. I had planned to set my alarm, yeah, to get up and, blitz the house, because, I should, yeah. And I slept through my alarm, got woken up by Kez, and the house was not done. I was in the doghouse for a good hour or two. But hey ho. What's the total now? Actually, the total is pretty much what it says up there, plus what I've got to check on PayPal in a minute. Every castle needs a dragon, a princess, Easter egg. Well, this castle had a princess. It's like quite a few. It's even got a room just for the queen. Anyone narrow it down? Anyone think they know the castle? I reckon you're roughly right, Cat. Yeah, very quickly. Quick check of PayPal. Make sure I'm not missing. I haven't had any notifications, but you know what PayPal's like. Right. Is that right? Who's that? Okay. So that's odd in. Yeah. Now we've Tam. Thank you, Tam. Right. We need to put another 10 on that from Tam. Where's my piece of paper? It's over there. Right. I'll write it on there. 10 from Tam. And TMH. 5 from Tim, I think. That didn't go through the system, did it? No message. And what's Tam said? Yeah, they for the computer fund. Nice one. So that's 15 plus that. Yeah, so just slightly less than what you call it. Tim Samsung, please post pics. You go. I love the talk and pop-ups, so they can stand close to what? You have too many castles over there. I have no idea. Balmoral. No, not Balmoral. That's pushing it, isn't it? What's the running total now? It's whatever is on the screen plus 15. Right. That one done. The joy of cleaning boards. So what do you do? I've got YouTube on. Oh right, what are you watching? Anything interesting? There's a guy wiping boards. He's not actually building anything. He's just wiping boards. Next thrilling episode, Mel does dishes. Bamaris? No, not Bamaris. Then again, to be truthful, I shouldn't confirm or deny because, you know, there's only so many castles it could be. So I'm not going to confirm or deny. I'm just curious to see. Yes, and he's become a little bit jaundiced. I don't think I'm so much jaundiced. I think that's more the white balance. What are you collecting money towards? The computer. New streaming system. After the laptop died. Hot glue. There we go. Did it. Mel, I'd like to put in, I'm not watching you do the dishes. I wouldn't put you through that, buddy. So yeah, I must admit it is a hell of a castle. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a project to do because I'm going to have to essentially get a bigger studio to fit it in. Yeah, so Yeah, but I have got other ideas off the back of it, and to make it quite a big project. Yeah, more on that as we get closer, to be truthful. Running around. Possibly that. Possibly, could be. Dover's a good castle. Built to scare the French. To intimidate visitors to our great isle. Mel watches Paint and Dry, episode 3. And I pay my dues every time I watch a show, no matter the cause it goes for. Who knows, you may get a knighthood out of it if you do a good job. That'd be a hell of a thing. I don't think it'd happen. Seeing the colour balance keep bouncing. Make your bloody mind up. What colour are you, screen? The white balance, not the colour balance. Alright, so they're done. Ashby Castle. I haven't seen Ashby Castle. So it can't be Ashby. Alright, you see, I can't answer that, Tim, because that might give out more information than I decide to. Secrets upon secrets upon secrets. I've got to say, looking at the scorch damaging on that, yeah, if I bring it really close up, where are you going to focus? Yeah, look how much lasering they've done on those burnt beams. I mean, they've literally just lasered like about about 1 millimetre of wood off the top and just kept burning. How do we do scorch beams? Let's just scorch them with the laser. Running around. Die Hard with a glue gun. Brecon Castle. Breccon's a nice one. Google is your friend, Mel. Is it the Dragon's Castle from Shrek 2? Yes, Gaz. Yes. Donkey. Mother of dragons, trainer of dragons, donkey. There you are. The scorch effect is far more pronounced on that one. I mean, they might as well have just got a lighter to it. Perhaps they did. It's the Castle of Bose. He's building his own house. There is actually a Bose Castle. I'm not joking. It's in Shamnagar in India. It's in ruins. Overlooks the Bose National Memorial Park. Just down the road from the Subhas Chandra Bose, International Airport. Not joking. Let's go everyone. Hey, what? Hey? Mel's got a castle. I suppose technically a bit of it's mine. Well, I'm not first son, but... Have you ever seen the model castle they use for Harry Potter? I haven't seen it in the flesh, but a while ago, one of our live chatters was some part of the company that did it, or some, you know, had an in with them, and they were going to see if they could arrange for me to go down, have a look, and meet the builders, but it never came about. Stop ruining my joke with facts. Oh, Bane, what's up? I mean, in all fairness, what are the chances of there actually being a Bose castle? I mean, when you made that joke, yeah, alright, fair dues, yeah. The chances are, yeah, there isn't a Bose castle, but actually, there is. There'll be people Googling now going, is that real? Is he making it up? And I'm not making it up, I played in it as a kid. Chasing snakes, pythons and cobras, because we used to want to play there and the snakes used to go in there, get out of the heat. They have a lovely scale building in St Paul's Cathedral, of that beautiful building. I've not seen that either. Right, all clean. Running around, robbing banks, all whack on the Scooby Snacks. Right, it's actually taken us with the faffing about probably about 20 minutes to do that. So we better get bloody building, haven't we? Right. Okay, going to start off, and first project is, I'm just going to follow the instructions on this. Normally I sort of wing it a bit and put it together in a different order. Yeah, but just because we've got 2 hours, I want to see if I can do it in 2 hours. Yeah. We'll go with this roof, which is, we're building this top bit of the roof here. Yeah, this lift off section. Yeah. So, windows, roof tiles, roof sides, some of the blues, some of the whites. We can do that. Windows, none. There's no windows on there. That's not relevant. They're not relevant. I'm trying to keep my sheets together so I can find things easily. These are relevant. Yeah, and those are... Yeah, I want those two. Now, these thinner sheets, these internal sheets, they do them out of cardboard. Yeah, so a bit thinner. And you just have to be a little bit more careful when popping them out, because they, with them being cardboard, yeah, you can sort of delaminate them and take a layer off if you're not careful. Yeah, so we've got those bits. There's nothing else out of that one we want. Right, roof bits. We definitely want that one. Now, these have got awkward sort of bits here, so I'll go careful on here as well. And wiggle it, you just got to wiggle it out really gently. If you get really forceful, you might snap it off, and you don't want to do that. So just wiggle it gently until it's out. Yeah, so they've got those two. Yeah, and it looks like we also need that one, which is RFA, yeah. So that one. Wiggle it, come on. Right, there's nothing on those that I need. With regards to the timber edge frames, nothing on that one, nothing on that one. But there is on that one, I need that bit. That's a nice easy pop. Yeah, moving across to there, I need those two bits and that bit. Come on, pop it out. Right, I'll catch up with the comments as soon as I've finished me popping. There we go. All right, and there's just this one from here, which is this one, E5. So, got all my bits for my kit. Instructions, bits. Yeah, so first things first, they're going to go like that. Yeah, that's going to have to go into it somehow, like that by the looks of it. So, glue time. We should be alright with PVA for this. Right, how's it going? Yeah. Right. So into that, like that. And then that one goes onto there, like that, I'm guessing. No, like that. Oh really, I'm already messing it up, am I? Okay, what have I done wrong? You've only put the first bit on both. Right. They definitely go together like that. No, they don't. Not like that. How about like that? Right. Alright, that's it. That'll make sense. And then that goes towards this side. Make a model kit, he said. Really? Am I really struggling already? This is... Done it! It's going to be one of those shows. Right. Did it. Hey, Pat. There we go. So, that one's done. What would be the best method of glue plastic card to XPS? Plastic card to XPS. Your very best glue is going to be some sort of contact adhesive. Super glue will mount it. Hot glue could melt it. If you add low temperature hot glue, or give the XPS a thin coat of filler first, watered down filler, that'll stop the melting, and then you can use, you know, PVA or something like that. It does come for it with instructions for the terrain challenge, Mel. I know, I'm going to have to look at them now. So that's the inside. That one looks like it goes that way. Yeah, so dry fit. I think that goes that way, and then that goes that way. That's not right. So that goes that way. Yeah. And that goes that way. And then I'm guessing that one will go there. Okay. That seem logical? Yeah. So really need glue just on this. Although I am tempted. Then again, I don't really need to throw some super glue on this because this is going to keep itself stable for a while. Yeah. I can always come back and put some super glue on it at a later point if needs be. Yeah, so put that on there, put that on there. Come on in. That one on there. That could do with a bit of glue along there actually. I think I need another one of those pieces, but it didn't tell me to break it out. You lied to me. You lied. Right. Let's pop that one out while we're here. Yeah. Yeah, and this one needs to go there. One bit of glue. So, and then this needs to go on top. So that goes in there. Like that. And then all I need to do is just basically make sure that that is left straight. Yeah, I've still got to glue that piece, and that piece on it. But I could really do with the PVA setting a bit first. So what I'm going to do is to make sure that these roof bits sort of glue straight and true. Yeah, I'm going to use the lines on my cutting mat. Yeah, to line them up while they set. Now PVA does take a little while to set, but I figure if I can get them in roughly the right place while it sets, I should get away with it. So let's put those bits up there, and we'll add those, yeah, once that's set a little. So, yeah, there you are, just got those two left. Right, next bit of roof. Okay, lots of roof tiles, lots of wooden tiles, lots of bits. Just do it. Right, that's they're floors. Right, roof tiles. RF1, A and B, so we'll need those. Yeah, we're going to need all of these by the looks of it. Yes, it did. How long is Mel going on for today? I've got another 2 hours on me, mate. Come on, wiggle it out. There we go. Quite tough, these ones. That wasn't popping, that was the sprue breaking, but thank God it was just the sprue. So there's my roof bits. Right, we need the floor bits by the looks of it. That's that one, isn't it? Yeah. So throw that down. Yeah. Don't need any of those yet. Any of those? No. No. But we will need some of those. And where is that? Right, so it's not any of those, so it's got to be on here. Oh, that's why I can't recognise it, it's one of the white ones. Yes, little old Mal rabbiting to himself. Alright, so there's one of those there. There's that one. And then there's those on there. I'm assuming that's supposed to be cut straight through like that. Seems a weird cut, that one does. It'll make sense when I put it together. There we go. Right, put those back. Right. I notice I have a badge in the terrain page. Does this mean I post too much? No, it probably means you're a new member, mate. Randy, remember when he was officially the Fool? I've been the Fool a few times. Take a slurp of your brew. You need hobby fuel. I do. Right, so that's got to go there. They've got to go into there. Sides come up on there. All right, we can do that. Running around. Right, next one. Getting there. Slowly getting there. I'm trying to like not be super keen to hit that target, you know, not like be. Oh, it's so close. You know, it would help if you glued it to the right edge post. Yeah, those are in. Then the sides, that one goes there. So that's going to basically, I need glue on those bits. Those bits. Yeah, that's done. Then on this side, right, get this done. I just realised there's no one downstairs to make me a brew. How did that happen? Alright, next job is these need to go onto here. I'm trying to use quite not much PVA at all. The less PVA you put on things, the quicker it dries. And quite often, yeah, it doesn't take much PVA. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Much PVA to actually get the job done. You see, this is one of the things that annoys me. Whenever you get a kit, yeah, and they've got something sloped, which drops below the sort of base, yeah, in level. Because if I put that down now, yeah, the weight of it will cause that to flip up. It's got to be done, you know what I mean? It's just one of my pet hates when it comes to modelling. Yeah. There's nowhere I can even drop a bit of super glue in to make that sorted. Come on, get on. Yeah, they're on. You have to do things like that with it. I'll do. Yeah, that's fine. Right, next stage is the windows, so we need that one, and that one. Yeah, and then we need... Oh, Peter, thanks for your terrain making videos. I've used the tips, tricks and guides to put together a fantastic Warhammer 40k table. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Peter. It is appreciated, buddy. Another $5 towards our target? Yeah. And it's nice when the donations come from people who've actually, you know, got help from what I do. Just from a whatchamacallit. I know it sounds soppy, but it's nice, you know what I mean? Right. Before I get too soppy. Right, F3. We only got one of those, or is there two either side? There's one either side, is there? Cheeky. Oh, that's wrong. Well, it's not wrong on the instructions, it's just wrong how they've done it. There's actually two sort of windows set out, but they show the instructions for one, then subtly blend the instructions for the other in on the other side. And it's like, hey, what? Oh, right. Right, I need those. Yeah. Mel, how does Daz stick to PVA? Will it stay by itself, or does it tend to come off once it dries? A little bit of whatchamacallit PVA, yeah, wet the board with a little bit of PVA first does help with Daz, but generally it's okay. The issue comes, yeah, not so much with it just falling off, but if the EPVC gets bent slightly, because it is quite flexible. Yeah, but if it gets bent slightly, obviously the Daz won't bend with it, and so it'll just basically, that's what will lift it off. And the moment you do any sort of bending and lift any bit off, you pretty much lift the whole lot off. You know what I mean? Right. That's the front. So that's going on there. So we need a blob there, blob there. Actually, we should do those bits first. So where do they go? Right, so RF2 goes there. RF1 goes there, I guess. No, that's part of the window. So that must go. It's got to go there. Yeah, that one's got to go there. They're the two roof pieces for the whatchamacallit, for the windows, which means that one has got to go there, which means one will be burnt out and one won't. Yes. Le moment of truth. Yes, I've done it right. I hope I have anyway. Then that needs to come in here, so we need to do these, and we need another one on that side. Yeah. See you later, Gary. Well, I don't have any money, but I would like to personally thank you. I'll say thank you then, mate. Alright, slide that on there. Slide that on there. Yeah. Then on there. Yeah. On there. How many fiddly little bits? And then across there. Prepare for swearing. Whoa. Don't you stay. Wiggle. That was a lot less painless than I was expecting. Oh, it's not done yet. It's like, no. I know what I'm. Oh yeah, that right. That now my wall's coming up. See, this is why I don't like overhangy, flappy things. Mel, will we get a video this week? Yeah. This week's Tuesday video is what you call it? How to do layered rock hills. And if you're a patron, it's already on Patreon waiting for you. The video for the week after is what you call the update on High Peak Pass. Yeah, so I definitely know you are getting a video this Tuesday and next Tuesday. Because like I say, they're both already up and available for patrons. I'll be working on, this week I'm going to be working on High Peak Pass. I've got a bit of my Burma build to do. So there's probably going to be an update of that before the end of the month. Right, and then spin that round to do the other side. Exactly the same. So, very quickly, yeah. The bits I was fiddling with is this sort of little fiddly bit here. Yeah, because these wave about a bit. I mean, it goes together well, but there's so many sort of little delicate joints and stuff like that so I've got to be careful with this one, because that isn't actually connected to the... And that's why I don't like when you have roofs on an angle supporting the weight of a piece. Because that's just dislodged all of those now, so I've got to go back. I'm going to do the other side, and then I might have to put the kettle on for myself. Right. That. Same window process again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dave, thank you. Love your work. Thank you, buddy. We're getting close, aren't we? We've got to be getting close, because what? It's another 15 on top of what we've got there. So come on, someone tell me how far off we are. We've got an hour and 45 minutes. Right. Yeah, that's right. Would Gorilla Superglue work better, Mal? Superglue's okay I do use super glue, and I've got some there. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I've never used Gorilla Glue. It's just not a product I use. Yeah, but I don't like using super glue as the main glue for the builds, because like you see, it's fiddly and that sort of stuff, and a lot of the time, yeah, it can lead to situations where it just makes a hell of a mess, and you know, you end up with more things stuck to your fingers than you do your model. That being said, I haven't got a problem where, you know, if I'm cracking on with something and I need something to fix and definitely fix, going in with a bit of super glue and PVA. Yeah, but with this one, I'm just trying to see if I can just go with the flow with PVA without sort of hitting it with super glue. We'll see. So into there, yeah, into there. Right, that one's done. So next stage. Oh, the next stage is whiten up everything. I don't really want to do that while this is drying. So, yeah, we'll put these two bits with this and we'll put that there. We'll tick off what we've done on the sheet so we know where we are. Otherwise, Mal will get lost. Yeah, so, sheets back. Yeah, done that. So, all of those are done. All these still yet to do. Yeah, still got those bits on there. Can we do that yet? How's this holding? Oh, that's holding up all right. Yeah. Right, so, finish these bits. First thing I need to do is put the wooden outer fascia, yeah, onto there. Oh, you silly Billy. That's why you're supposed to dry fit and test these things, both, and read the instructions. That was lucky I didn't leave that to completely dry, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do that. Yeah, and then we've got to put these on the inside there. Okay, so best way of applying thin card, yeah, is really thin amounts of PVA. If you put thick PVA down on when you're trying to apply something like card, what can happen is the amount of PVA you put down can actually get in the way of the card sticking. It sort of raises the other bits off so that it doesn't stick properly. I know, silly, but it's true. Whereas if you put a thin amount on, then generally it does a lot better. Oh, come on, don't be like that with me, please. Yeah. Nail gun? Oh, have fun with the nail gun. Oh, Duncan. There we go. So, that bit has now got the sort of internal plaster walls on. And because I've put the PVA on nice and thin, they've gone on dead easy. Yeah, so that bit's there. That should attach to there. But very quickly I need to do a quick sense check and make sure that these are actually in the right place. Oh. Do a quick sense check, make sure they're in the right place. Bang! Do. Yeah. Make sure that's still on properly. Yeah, okay. That's coming together. I mean, I've still got to put the other bit of roof on and that sort of stuff, but like I say, I just wanted to see that these were sitting onto this roof properly. I would have liked an additional support on this side so they weren't waving like that, you know what I mean? But I could cut something, but I think we'll just go with it. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Right, so that's those bits done. All of that side done. We know that's the rest of the roof bits, so we have another sheet. Yeah, this is getting onto the main building construction. Might as well start there. Rolling around laughing on the couch right now. Oh, shut up. Serious chemical burns using super glue. Did he? And you see, that's interesting. Yeah, someone's saying you're getting chemical burns from using super glue. I use super glue to fix cuts. If I cut myself, super glue is the first thing I put on it. Right, I am very quickly going to check the old PayPal to make sure that there's no one that we're missing. Right, Dan J. Peachy. I think we've had a £5 from Peachy. Not sure if he's been on the screen yet. Dan has. Dave has. Dave B. So there's just a £5 from Peachy, I think. And so that takes us up to wherever it's on the screen plus 20 quid, guys. Yeah. So what? We're 153 away. No. There's 20 quid added. Yeah. Concurrent with hot glue is especially had this. Oh yeah, I know that. I've spent days blind because I've hit super glue with hot glue. Whoa! Right, guys, I am going to do a very quick pause. Just give me 2 minutes, yeah, just to refill my mug, okay? And then we'll come back, and while they dry, yeah, we will start on the lower sections of the townhouse, which are the sort of floor section and the next floor. With foreground stuff, they always do it in levels that you can take off, so you build individual sort of floors. Yeah, so Mel, you're missing me as usual. Dan J. Did that go on the screen, or is that Dan? Dave, Peter, Pete. Yeah, it did go. Oh, it didn't. I'll shout you out then. No worries, Bane. Thank you, Bane, buddy. Right, give me 2 minutes. And yeah, I'm back here. Let me switch to that one. Right, there you are. I just popped in to say hello. Hello, mate. Hey, James. 23rd wedding anniversary. So it's all... Congratulations, 23 years, mate. I mean, me and Kez have been going, what, 18? Right, onto the next floor. So we're going to need doors. Oh, these look like the walls, so these look like the pretty straight ones, to be truthful. Which I think are these. So, A1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, and 3. Now, luckily, the way Foreground do their buildings, they have these locator lugs, yeah, that they put on everything. Yeah, and what they do is, with the actual bases, that's not a floor, is it? No, that's not the one. It's a grey one I want. Yeah, with their actual floors, what they do, yeah, is, yeah, they put different lugs in different places on different sides, so the walls will only go the way they're supposed to go. They can't go in the wrong way round, if you know what I mean. So that'll go there. That's a 1. Yeah, that'll go there. That'll go there, and then that'll go there. Clever, eh? Right. It's going down, so we want a line along there. Don't glue it to your instructions, Bosicle. Yeah, and also we'll need a line along there for the next bit. So, that to there. Angle it. Squeeze it so the glue comes out the top. Yeah, hold that there for a second. Yeah, same along here. Yeah. Now, remember when Luke's face burned and his eyes swelled shut? Too much up close super glue without ventilation. He told me it was what you call it when I saw him robbing. He told me it was what you call it. It wasn't. Why is that not fitting properly? It does go there. Right, am I doing something wrong here or? No, that's right. In fact, that doesn't even fit there properly into that. Have I pulled out the right ones? I thought these, yeah, these have got to be the right ones, are they? Yeah, that's the right one.
Oh, yeah.
Mel's saying that you can't put them in the wrong place. Yes, you can. Turns out you can put them in. Thanks for today's show. What was that? I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the studio. We'll also have have to order new foreground kits tomorrow. Do you? What you ordering, mate? And thank you, Biznick. Right, that one goes on there. This one definitely goes here. He says. That goes on there. Brian, congrats. On a positive note, I started a keto diet 4 months ago and I've lost 51 pounds. Nice, mate. Mel's videos are helpful. They show you what not to do when terrain making. Look, as long as they're an aid, mate, I'm happy. There we go. Right, so. Yeah, little house on the prairie. Little house on the desk. Smooth that PVA out. Yeah, cloth? No, trousers. Yeah, no. Now you got to do the strange. What? Oh, right, okay. I was wondering why it has a hole in the floor. And it's got it's got a door for the... Oh, God. It's got a cellar door. They're a right pain in the ass to do. Okay. We can do this. Right. Next off, we need to do the cradle. So, floor. There's a floor here somewhere. Ugh. Hobby bench probably will be. Hobby bench probably will be what? Right, got that one. Oh. And then we need these timbers, don't we? Timbers are B1, 2, 3, and 4. They're D. They're D. They're B's. All on one sprue makes it easier. Hey, Pant, how are you doing, buddy? Oh. My wife is watching The Office, so I'm here on the stream. Good choice, buddy. The American Office or the British one? Well, then again, I pity you either way. I've never been so booked a ticket to see what it's like. AML. It's Anton's daughter. Have you seen my model? Hello, Isa. I haven't seen your model, darling. Yeah, but I'll have a check on your dad's Facebook page. Yeah, and I'll check it out, duck. Hope you're well. I think the American version is better, but I can't watch it much. I can't watch any of it. Alright, there you go. So, we're going to drop these round this now. So if we put that on there as an idea. Yeah, we need a little bit of glue. So that's the floor done. Right, so then we've just got to figure out where these bits go. That's a burnt out window there, so I reckon that one's got to go there. That's a door, so that one's got to go there. That's a burnt out patch there. And that's a full frame, which I reckon is there. So, next job, just glue these on. Once again, nice thin coats along all the main structures. If you have any blobs, make sure you spread them out, otherwise when you put it down, it's just going to squeeze out the side and you'll have to clean them up a bit. Just like that. Yeah, and with frames like this, just accept you're going to get glue on your fingers. It just happens. Okay. What am I missing here again? Have I glued it upside down? Is that a possibility? It could be a possibility. Because that lug's in the wrong place. Top and bottom. Foreground is one thing printing on it. This side down would have been better. Now that's assuming it is this side down and I'm not wrong again. Sounding very critical tonight, aren't I? Right, let's give this another go. And it works. No, it doesn't. That's because I put it on the wrong side. And it works, at last, properly. Oh man, what are you like? Right. Now it should go together. Yeah. Question, what was the GW Army paint equivalent to the size 2 brush? No idea, mate. Couple of those. One goes on there. And just like that. Round here for this one. It is his beginnings. What? Foreground pieces are beautiful but very fiddly. True. I always say they're sort of like hobby projects in their own right. I mean, if I put a Sarissa or something like, or even a Dark Ops or anything like that together, you know, it feels like I'm just putting a couple of bits together and then it's ready for painting, that sort of stuff. And that feels like when the hobby bit kicks in. Yeah, but I always think with the foreground stuff, you know, because they're pre-coloured and that sort of stuff, it's very much, and how detailed they are, it's sort of a hobby project in its own right. Alright, last one. Hello, you.
Hello.
Is Corbin still asleep?
Yep.
Corbin's been away on cadet camp this weekend. And as I understand it, he has had no sleep whatsoever. So he came in, he had his Sunday dinner, and then he went to bed. He didn't even switch his TV on in his bedroom. He just went to bed. And we haven't seen him since. That was about... What time was that, Wills? About 5? Alright, so... just to bring you up to speed with what's going on with the kit. Obviously, we've done the internal walls and the internal floor. Now we've figured out the right way round. We've added the bottom and now added the timber framing. Some of those are called king posts. I think that's a king post. Hello, Dodge. Yeah. The next job. Do I have any elastic bands, or has Corbin stolen every single one? He's stolen every single one. Serves me right for getting him an elastic band machine gun. Right. We'll have to do it without then.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony G. I enjoyed watching the builds on the live show. It inspires me to build. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Ant. Getting closer. Now there's 20 on that, so... what's that? 1,115? Which leaves us with 135 to go. And an hour and 15 minutes to go. Love you too.
No, I ain't kissing you.
She was more concerned about me seeing what she actually had than any kiss. Knights of Dice make good looking kits. Yeah, they do. Stuff that Scott's knocking out for Viv is pretty impressive. Right, onto the stonework now by the looks of it. So, what we've got, yeah, we've got this stonework, okay? And basically these are just little panels that we're going to drop into these little gaps down here. And it'll give the impression that the foundations of the building are stone. Right? And it is literally as simple as that. So all we need to do, foreground normally cut these inserts, these and the Wattle and Daub ones, in the same layout as they go on. So all we really need to do is find, not that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So there we are. So that row there, yeah, is that row there. And we'll work around like that. So I'm putting my glue slap bang in the middle, so when I press it down, it doesn't squidge out the sides. Yeah. And so one. Cat's saying 151. I've got 20 quid in direct PayPals here. Now that takes the total up to 1,115. Our target is 1250. Yeah. So that take away that is 135 by my reckoning. Alright, there we go. Drop that one in there. So, very quickly, we pop those out of there and pop them straight into there to give our wooden foundations effect. So I'm just going to very quickly just work around this while I chat to you lot in the comments. Hey, calm down, my number's right. Things are getting serious when my number's right. How are we doing that? Ah, I got you. That's going to be a bit fiddly, but we'll give it a go. We'll do the others first though, because they're the easy bits. I don't fancy fiddling with the kit or doing a fiddly bit and then having to do more on the kit in the same area. It'll make sense in a second, guys. Basically, I've got a really fiddly bit to do here. Yeah, and I figure I'll do all the easy bits first and then I'll come back and do the fiddly bits. Because the fiddly bits mean moving the kit around, and whenever I move the kit around, yeah, the kit falls apart because I haven't got any elastic bands on it. British names for money confuses me. Pounds and pennies? Or quids? Nuggets? In for a penny? In for a pound? Those in there. Go on. Yeah, flip it around. That's going to be a bit messy, but can't avoid it. North Carolina, beer tokens. Dosh. Moolah. Green. Although green is very much an American phrase, isn't it? Because what is it? Is it your dollar bills that are green? So if I very quickly bring it up, yeah, you can see all the detailing going in already. Yeah, now I do have this fiddly bit to do. Which involves popping that out, popping that out. Yeah. And then gluing them together and then dropping them in that gap. Greenbacks, is it? Ah, is it greenbacks? Right, got you. Right. And then I need to glue that in. Where does that need to go? There. They are, and that bit's gone into there, yeah, sort of form broken foundations, I guess. Right, so those little bits are rubble, that's cool. Okay, right, what are we doing next? Apparently it's the fascias. So let's get those in. Is that right? Yeah. So by the fascias I mean the wattle and daub effect. So we've got these sheets here. Yeah, and very much like the brick stuff, they're designed to go exactly where you need them to go. So we just need to find the right pieces. So that it's not them. I don't think it's them, but probably could be. Right. Ah! They actually offer it with wattle and daub pieces at the bottom instead of the brick frame, which is handy to know. I wish I'd known that earlier. Now that isn't that one. I think it's that one. Is it? Could be, might not be. Actually, it isn't. Okay, let's put that to one side for a second. Let's see if it's definitely not those. Now they're the burnt out ones, aren't they? So it's got to be, yeah, that's those. No, it isn't. That's the top floor, isn't it? So it's not those. It's not those. It's not those. It's got to be these. And it is. Oh, for God's sake. Right, let's just get this done. Yeah. Gotta go careful because these are card, aren't they? Yes, our dollars are green. Hobby bench Wonga. Baron Greenback. There we go. And there. And to there. I'm half wishing I hadn't put the what you call it, the stone bits in now, and I've gone for just wattle and daub the whole way down. That's it. And there we are. Wonga's gone bust. It has, hasn't it? What did they say? Wonga struggled to perform under new regulations. Oh, you mean when they closed the loopholes that stopped you being an absolute git to people you lended money to? Oh, those loopholes. I mean, what was the APR on Wonga? Something like 1,500% APR or something. Taking advantage of people. Okay, this one next. Not door, it's that burn one, isn't it? Yeah. Seems quite ironic considering that, you know, this is burnt out and I'm going to be burning it out. Oh, Oz, it's just a door. Calm down, lad. Yeah, so, pop those out. Why does your cam keep changing colour balance or something all the time? I think it's struggling between two different colour balances. Yeah, let me just have a quick nose at that. Editor. No, that cam. Yeah, okay. Video capture devices. Not that one. That one. Properties. Configure video. Advanced settings. Right. It shouldn't change now. Huh? Should be fine. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do a job list of things I need to set. Because every time I set it, it resets it when we start a new video. You know what I mean? New stream. So I think I'm going to have to come along and come up with some way of... Don't you fall apart, you. A job list so I can make sure that all the settings are set, like the manual focus. I think it was higher than that at one point. Some loans were at 4,000 APR. They deserve to go bust. That's just taking advantage of people. I mean, I understand people need to have loans, and the people that they get, you know, need to make a profit. That's the whole point, business. I get that. Yeah, but there comes a point where 4,000% APR. No. Sorry, but no. I could really do with an elastic band on this. Oh, almost sounded like it broke. That's going to make putting bits in there a little bit awkwarder, but we'll be fine. We need your help for the Hurricane Relief Fund. Send chocolate bars. Could do it. See, now you've reminded me of Sweeties. Did you have to? Right. This one, yeah, that one. A checklist before you hit the air? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Do you know what I mean? Just so I know that I've gone through and everything that I should check and needs setting gets set. I'm with you, Mal. 4,000. It's not right. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand, you know, there's high risk loan situations. But with no offence, if you need to put 4,000% APR on it for you to be able to accept the risk, don't accept the risk. I think it's a way of Wonga getting out of paying anyone's settlement claims for bad debt collection. Yeah. Go bust before we have to lose all our profits. Pay out the shareholders. And you see, I don't like debt companies and stuff like that. I mean, I've had my own runnings from when, you know, when I lost the business and that sort of stuff. And there's a lot of companies which just, they're just shady. And, you know, they take advantage of people in certain situations. And it's like, nah, that's not on. I get that you got to make a profit, and I get that, you know, there's risk and all that sort of stuff. But there's a line to be drawn. Right. That one in there. Go on. In you go. Yeah. Then that little bit there. Right, next one. We'll get there. We will get there, guys. Mel, you have it set to jaundice now. Jaundice. Oh, we got red. I think that's the right colour in it. Is that a bit better? It's probably still looking jaundiced, to be truthful. I think what I'll have to do is is have a tester session one day and just test all of this and get it all nailed down once and for all. We'll get there. I'm slowly getting better at this sort of stuff. We will all have to wait for this day with Jace to get it all sorted out. Indeed. He's just busy because he's got stuff going on business-wise, that's all. It's also just the UK business that's gone into administration. They have subsidiaries operating outside the UK which weren't affected. See, now that's another thing that I don't like. I don't like how, you know, you can screw over someone in one country, but our business operations in the other country are perfectly fine. Yeah, but you've been paying, like, management fees to that other country, and that's why, you know, you've gone into administration. Dodgy. Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. Last time I saw someone that orange was 28 days later. If he starts bleeding from his eyes, run. I'll tell you what, I saw someone more jaundiced or orange than what you call it. When Kez was having Corbin, yeah, Corbin had to be delivered like 3 months early. Yeah, premature, because Kez had a massive cyst on the liver. And so she spent like a couple of months in hospital before, you know, they delivered him. And then she had to wait another month before all her guts had settled enough for her to actually, actually have the operation to cure it, to sort this liver cyst out. Yeah, so she was in for a fair few months. And she was on like the liver ward at the QE, where they do all the specialist liver ward. And there was a young girl on there and she was waiting for a liver transplant. And I swear, yeah, her skin was a deeper yellow colour than the Simpsons. Her eyes, you could see it in her eyes. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm just giggling. Right, I'm not giggling at the idea that there's some poor girl who's, you know, who's waiting for a liver transplant. It was just at the same hospital as Kerry was getting better. My little brother Henry, yeah, he came up to visit her in hospital, and Kez wanted to go for like a bit of off the ward food, so she wanted to go to the staff canteen that I'd been using because I was living at the hospital. Yeah, and what you call it? My little brother, he's got the dirtiest guts and digestive system you can ever imagine. Yeah, and we come down in this lift, and just as the lift doors open and we go to step out, my little brother Henry, yeah, he drops his guts, and we all immediately know it's going to be horrific. We just from experience. And so the doors open and we all step out in a rush as this most delicate, young, cute little blonde nurse steps into the lift. Yeah, as we're piling out. We all turn round to look at her, and all you saw were these doors closing, and you could see the look on her face as the smell hit her, and the sheer look of horror as these doors just closed on her and she was trapped in. Oh God, even to this day, I'll never forget that face. That was a face of true fear. Stop being cruel now. All right, okay. You know when you've been tangoed. White balance problem might come from different light temperatures of the different light sources in your room. They're all the same light source, to be truthful. They're all the same type of bulb. Iridescent, you know the one. Now, as my understanding, that's about 4000 K. Yeah, so it should be set right. And that's what this camera is set to, and that's pretty good. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at my hand, yeah, even though both cameras are actually set to the same white balance level, there's a difference. Saying that, that is the newer camera. Right. So, there we are. That's where we are. Yeah, now obviously we've got doors to put in. I've got a bit of burnt out stuff and that sort of stuff to do. Don't bloody break it. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. What? Dog? What?
Kez. I was just telling them about, they're talking about my white balance and they're talking about jaundice. And so I was talking about when you were in the liver ward and some of the people with jaundice there. And I was telling them about the lift incident with the cute nurse and then...
That was jaundice.
Yeah, that's jaundice. You won't show that. You alright? Yeah.
I don't look anything like that anymore.
Okay, let me just change my screen. Just quickly, guys. Yeah? There you go. You want to see what jaundice looks like? That's jaundice. That's what it's like having a D-sized breast implant as a cyst on your liver whilst you've been pregnant. I mean, Kez's skin, she was literally yellow. You could see it in her eyes. You know, a liver. At one point, they were seriously considering putting her on dialysis, just to help the liver, you know, clean the blood and that sort of stuff. Oh. Oh, right. Oh, that's alright. Clicked the wrong button. I had a panic then. Right, anyway. So, the left... Right, all we've got on this now is little bits of doors and stuff like that. So I think the best thing we can do is slide that over to there. Yeah, and let the main frame settle down. Yeah, now we have got to put the roof elements on this, so we might as well do that now these have settled a bit. I'd be severely tempted to super glue that on afterwards. Although I have a feeling it goes more. Oh, bugger. See, this is why I don't use super glue. because PVA gives you a margin of error, and that super glue doesn't. Don't you snap that window, you git. Come on. Oh, why, thank you. Cheers, Ducky, just whack it there. That's why Mel loves his PVA. How are the kids? Cub's still asleep? He's going to wake up about 2 o'clock.
He might not, because it's dark. He might just go above it and stay in here.
He will know, and he'll get up and just like have his personal time on his computer. See, normally I wouldn't let Corbin sleep in like this. Yeah, but he has come back from cadet camp, so he's knackered. So I'm not going to wake the poor lad up. Well, that's better. So if I swap those round now when I put this bit on, or the roof damage is actually, I got one bit there and one bit there and it just didn't work, but that works. And I think, to be truthful, I am severely tempted to glue that onto that and not have, I'll debate. I'll debate it, we'll see. We'll have to see. When my ex was ill, liver failure, he developed an ammonia smell to his body gases, but we couldn't yell at him because he was sick. He was only allowed to sit in one chair, which became unbelievable. Thing is, you know, without being cruel or anything like that, and I don't mean to be cruel or anything like that, it's just biology, isn't it? You know what I mean? Right, so these can't go on until the interiors go in. So in which case I will step back a second and just let that dry. And we'll move on to the other piece. I reckon I can get the next floor put together basically in the time we've got left. And then it's just detailing. I can do that next show. Right, so next floor. Right, scribble out what I have done. I've done that, 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 that. Okay, so next floor, which is starts here. The fun starts here. Is Corbin in Sea Cadets? No, Army Cadets, mate. Right, so pop this out. Do you need a hand with any of those?
No.
Thrilling. You've watched me washing, you might as well watch me fold the laundry. Right, next, walls.
What you can do.
What's that?
Just put on curtains too.
I'll have to grab those uniforms down.
Just because we have really nosy neighbours.
Well, I mean, if they're that nosy, they can always watch the live stream. Right, so that one's done, that one's done, they're done. I've already got those two pieces which go there. That's a weird one, but it'll make sense, I suppose, when I do it. It is right. Right. And when the body starts to fail, you recognise how well it keeps everything going when it's healthy. The body's an amazing thing, mate. Catch you later, Dave, and thank you, buddy. An old training ship in Portsmouth. No, Corv's just literally come away from weekend camp. Right, let me just check I'm not missing anyone before I start the gluing process. Okay, so... Right. Anthony G, yeah. I got him. Christian G, £10. I didn't think we got Christian. What? Has he said anything? No, no. So, that's another 10. So, that's plus 30. Close. 125 left. Dirk Isnak 3, I think. I'm not sure if we've covered that. 3. Okay, so 33. So 122 left to target. And 43 minutes. Do. Right, let me move these uniforms and shut these curtains because... Now, I don't normally hang my... Oh, God. Painting Space Marines watching this and listening to Soldier go through a very loud drill. Bizarre. Right, let's get this glued up. I was thinking, a soldier, just one. What's he done to upset the Sergeant Major? And drill should never be given as a punishment. Welcome, Amadeus. Needs cleaning up a little. Where's my brush gone? There. Right, so clean that. And then just these two on this side. I'm not going to put that door in yet, but we will start doing the framing. Alright, throw that in there. In we go. Right, but so you know, next week, yeah, the normal Sunday nighter will return, and we will start our question and answer show. It will be a longer show. It'll go on from 9 till 11. Yeah, 2 hours is a good show, I reckon. After that, I start needing breaks and daddy time. I'll tell you what, the 7 hours, streaming for 7 hours is quite fatiguing. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like physical work, but the mental energy drains you. Okay, that one's done. Next up, we've got to do the timber framing. So, there's stairs, walls, floors, timber frames. Come on. Yeah. Less than an hour left. We need... Chill if we don't hit it, mate. We've done really well over this summer towards the target. And to be truthful, yeah, the extra is extras. It's cables, you know what I mean? It's it's webcams, it's grip holds, it's stuff like that. Yeah, we do have enough to get the new computer now. So, you know, I can get on with Jason and get that sorted. So, I'm counting it as a win whether we hit the target or not. I mean, it would have been nice, don't you know, but it's not essential. Wow, look at the scorching, the laser scorching on that. It's almost literally like they have literally used the laser just a bit. You git. What are you doing, Bosicon? See, so put that like that. Because that's the way they tell you to do this one. And we're off. Spread that about a bit. Yeah. Next one, this one around here, yeah. Should be. I know I said that last week. What did you say? What did you say last week, bud? Right. Get this framing on, then no doubt we'll have more of the sort of wattle and daub to throw in. Why does that look like it needs to be a lot lower? See, this annoys me sometimes. They do this cradle thing where to line it up, it's basically, you've got to basically fit one inside the other. And it's like, yeah, but they never work like that. Oh, for God's sake, now it's falling apart. Right, start again. That's because this thing is supposed to sit in it like a nest, and it's ridiculous because you can never get them lined up properly. I mean, all it would have taken is a couple of locator lugs and you wouldn't have a single problem. But instead, there's nothing to align these pieces to the outer pieces other than the idea that once they're glued together, they'll sit correctly. And these pieces actually don't sit flat on these, they actually drop lower down. Yeah, but there's nothing to sort of decide that how far lower down they actually drop. So, let's give it another go and see if we can figure this out. Stay where you are. Right. Could be, might not be. Could be lower. You stay in. Bloody ridiculous. So that's got to go down even further because that isn't fitting because that's too tight. I mean, look at, to give you an idea of how far you have to sort of wiggle out the alignment. If I hold that up, that's the bottom of the interior piece, that line you can see there. And then they sort of overextend that much. But there's nothing to locate this to. There's nothing to sit it up against. All you've got to do is sort of figure out, as a box, whereabouts this sort of fits in it. There we go. Last one. Let's see where this goes in and if we can get a decent fix. Professionally, it's a thing for other channels, not TTT. What's professionally? What, me being professional? Right. This bit. Right, there you go. Draw that in there, we'll see how good of alignment we've got. That's not bad actually. It's not bad for guessing. So hold all those corners together and then slowly push this in so it gets the right height. I think that's it. So next job, we'll put the doors in later and the windows, so let's just do the fascias, as they say. And then technically the actual main frame of the building is built. Oh, itchy nose. In fact, while we're here, we might as well drop in the fascias for the roof as well. And we can get all the fascias done in one hit as well. So that's one side. Yeah. Basically, that's going to go in there. And then this is the burnt side. I think that's a bit too... Alright, let's push that down just a bit. See, this is the problem I have with it, because it's got no specific locator lugs to lock up against. I end up moving it around and trying to slightly move one sheet on top of the other to get where I think is the correct alignment. And it isn't always the correct alignment. You don't find that out until it's dried. I think that's going to have to do. Right. I'll leave those in there for the time being. They're not going anywhere. Yeah. Throw the wooden battens on there and there. Hey, Trippy. So drop that one on that. And this one on here. I was always considered one of those, but never got round to trying one. They're good, mate. I mean, all the kits are different, you know, and they all come with one problem or another. I don't think I've ever come across a perfect kit to put together. You know what I mean? Yeah, foreground have their own sort of challenges. Quite often it's a little bit like that, the fiddly bits, and sometimes, yeah, working out exactly what it is in the instructions they're trying to show you. Yeah, if I'm honest, and I am, you know, but I like foreground and I like the guys at foreground, so I'm not slagging them off, so to speak. Just being honest. And I've been honest with them about it in the past, so they know that's how I feel about it. But like I say, I've never come across any MDF kit. You know, I've had issues with Darktop stuff, I've had issues with Sarissa stuff, but I've never had issues that have stopped me making any of the kits. You know, there's just been things that, oh, you know, that's a bit of a curveball and that sort of stuff. But that's the life of a modeler, isn't it? So that one's done. I can't put those roofs on until I do the interiors anyway, so leave them off. Put that one on there. Yeah, and right. Right, what am I doubling this? Yeah? So, what am door sheets? I'm running out of what you call it, MDF templates. I've literally used most of the sheets. I've only got a couple left. The doors, mainly the windows and the fiddly bits. Right, very quick check. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Oh, last 25 minutes. Ooh, no. Right, crack on. It's that one. No, it's not that one. Right. Those are the sheets from downstairs, aren't they? That I've already done. Yeah, so they're done. it's more. Right. See, that doesn't look lined up to me. There's nothing I can do about it now, for God's sake. I'm just going to have to go with it. But looking at this one and the 4, I am tempted. Are you, cat? Yeah, foreground do all sorts of stuff. I like the windmill. That's a nice model. And the sails go round. That one in? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joanne M, thumbs up. Thank you, buddy. Right. That's another 5. What? 120 left to go? 121. Someone correct me. I thought we were on 30. We're whatever's on the screen plus 38. Yeah, so what's that? 112 to go. Oh, that's getting serious. 112 and 22 minutes. Then a scratch Mordheim house. Oh God, yeah. But I've always said Mordheim houses represent the pinnacle of fantasy modelling, in my opinion. And if they buy it for me, the cost is right. There we go. One done. Okay. There we are. Right, on to the next. Hence why I'm interested. Everyone loves Mordheim. I think you just took his money off both places, so double dipped. Oh, did I? Oh, possible. We're still damn close. If we get the rest in time, yeah, I'll put the other in. It's okay. I think it's great how far we've got anyway. You know, you lot are bloody awesome. I mean, I think you're awesome just for sticking around and watching this bimbling idiot glue things to his fingers. And complain because of things when he doesn't read the instructions, and then when he reads the instructions, they're perfectly fine. Just wish they'd given the game a revival, so to speak. Do you know what? I'm really surprised that we're not seeing one. I mean, considering what we've seen with every other sort of the old specialist games. You know, Epic, Blood Bowl, the lot. I think it's time that, you know. I mean, it's either down there or it's in the studio. I've got it, and I've got the annual for it. Yeah, brilliant game. And like I say, modelling wise, it is the pinnacle of what we do, you know what I mean? Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right. I'm not sure I'd want an official one. I didn't know what that there's much fan stuff going, to be truthful. Right. Another wall done. Almost. I do like these kits for the live shows. You know what I mean? Because they're nice, easy things to just crack on with and do as I'm chatting with you guys. Most of the time. I think I'm going to have to get Kez on as a co-host, aren't I? So I've got someone to talk to. Rather than just rambling here incoherently. Got those in there. That doesn't fit that well. That doesn't go there, that's why. That one goes there. Get back in there, you. I might need super glue. Great stream as always, Mal. Perfect background to chatter, to paint to. Glad you like it, Monkey. I use third-party G, but I'm not good at making standard everyday Joes, which I feel is the strength of Mordenheim. Thing is, it hasn't been around for so long. You know what I mean? I've got no idea what they'd do if they brought it back. If they Age of Sigmar'd it, yeah, I'm out. End of. Border town burning. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Drop those in there. And those in there. That's in there. Oh, another wall done. So I've managed to get, what you call it, my dirty PVA fingers on my panel. That's going to get burnt out. Oh, pardon me. Didn't mean to do that. Can I clean it? Yeah, that's alright. Got it. That's the thing when you're working with this. You end up with, like, you can't get all the laser residue off, and it sort of sticks to your fingers, and your fingers end up like black and tacky, and it can transfer onto some of the cleaner plates at times. So every so often, give your fingers a bit of a clean, and make sure you dry them before you crack on. Otherwise, it'll transfer dirt even worse. Oh, that's more than fair. And yeah, played Border Town Burning last year with my local club, currently doing Listeria this world. Yeah. No, I do like Mordheim. Yeah, I like it. So also visually, from the model's point of view. You know what I mean? Like I've always said, you know, Mordheim buildings represent the pinnacle of modelling for wargaming. in my opinion. Or at the pinnacle of fancy. Right, so there you are. That's another one done. Obviously, we've got to drop in the doors and everything. But that should sit on top of there. Like that. See, and here I am. I'm sitting here again thinking, is this right? It looks right, but it just doesn't feel right the way it is. I'll just have to see how we go. I'm not 100% sold yet, but we'll crack on and see how it turns out. Right, last thing that I want to do, yeah, before we wrap up the stream. Catch you later, Bane. Thanks, buddy. So next thing is I've just got the panels in here and the panels over here to do. Just drop. Yeah. So let's just very quickly get these done. And that should do us. That leaves me basically with doors and windows and finicky things to do next show. Which will work because I don't really like working on those whilst the main pieces are still wet. You don't want to be trying to glue doors into walls that haven't even dried yet. They just move around, you'll have all sorts of problems. So Mel's learned that once the walls and that sort of stuff are done, let them dry, move on to the doors then. Or get someone else to do the doors for you. Battlefield in a crate Kickstarter shipped out a while ago. You mentioned really good stuff. Oh, Terrain Crate. Do you know what? I did a shout out video for that for Ronnie. He hasn't sent me mine yet. I've seen everyone else unbox it. I haven't even seen my boxes. I'm going to have to get on the old Facebook and give him grief. Hey, well. Alright. Drop that in. There. Okay. Hello. Oh, morning is broken, son. Good sleep. Feeling better, lad? Kaz? Kerry? Kaz? The boys are woken.
Hello. Are you awake, mate?
Oh.
Have you had a good sleep? Yeah.
He's a big grown-up boy. Except for when he just gets up and he's tired and then he's just like... He's like all of us. We just want to cuddle.
May I have to drink or something?
Listen, mate, I know you've only just got up, but you can't have a stupid late night. And
You're going bed after.
It's that bad, he's going back bed after. At least it's a sign of a good camp, mate. Right. The last wall. Because like I say, after that, there is no major construction to do. It's all the fiddly doors, windows and that sort of stuff. And that I'm doing next show. Oh. Oh. Reminder next, folks, that he'll be doing it his regular Sunday nighter. Yeah, 9 PM UK time. 4 till 1 PM, watch US time. Excellent, thank you, Kat. And what are we on? last few minutes. It's been a hell of a summer stream, hasn't it? I mean, considering that we started off with the Burma build, did some awesome work with the Burma build, then we had the laptop die on us, then we started, what you call it, the fort. Yeah, the fort's now in the studio, ready for the mountains to be shaped and that sort of stuff. And now we're working on more stuff to burn it down. It's been a busy, what you call it. I've enjoyed it. Thanks for keeping me company, guys, and thanks for your support, of course. You right there, Oz? Yes. Right, drop that one in there. The little fiddly one. And that little fiddly one in there. Here we go. Oh, don't lose that bit now, Bose. Right, so that's that panel and the full on that side. Yeah, so that's obviously going to go on there. I'm guessing it's going to go that way because it sort of goes with the burnt beams and that sort of stuff along there. Yeah, and then that roof goes on there. And other than the doors, windows and the last little bits, there you go. That's not bad, is it? That's quite nice. I mean, there's a set of stairs that come up to this door that I've got to build. But overall, I'm quite liking that. I'm quite liking that a lot. Looks a little bit wonky, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like that or if it's just me. I don't know. Right, guys, let me go to main screen. There you go. All right. Wipe my hands. Right. Very quickly get my bits together so I don't lose anything. Because you know what I'm like for losing stuff. Yeah, put those go with those. Yeah, rules, because we're going to, not rules, instructions. Are you done? You're going to back up there. Should be in the fridge. No idea then, Duck, sorry. Alright, but see you in a minute, mate. Miko, you just made it. Just as I'm finishing. Right. That's those saved. So, I've got my bits for the next show. I've got my little townhouse. Yeah, we'll fill out the rest of the details of that on the next show. Yeah, and we'll get that ready for doing our sort of burnt down project, if you know what I mean. Still not sure on that. But it's okay. We'll live with it. Right, guys, listen. First off, thank you, guys. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for sitting through. Yeah, there's bits here as well. Thanks for sitting through me and my babbling and gluing things to fingers. For all of you guys over this summer, yeah, thank you for your support on helping me get me back to live streaming in the studio. We've got enough to be able to make it happen, so I'm going to chase up our Jason and start to get things rolling. Yeah, it would have been nice to hit the target for the final show, but I think 88%, in fact a little bit more, yeah, probably, I'd probably say 90% is a hell of a good place to be at the end of the day. So, Thanks, guys. Right, you have got a video coming Tuesday, yeah, and I will be back on Sunday for the Sunday Nighter, yeah, and then there is definitely a video after that and more to come because I'm back in the studio with the kids being back at school now, yeah, so it's all gravy. So, I think I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Listen, thanks for the company, thanks for keeping me company, thanks for tonight, and I'll see you soon, guys. All the best. Ta-ra.